You guys came here to find out if the Browning shock and awl is worth buying, right? You want to know, Wes, that it fly well isn't actually a tactical tomahawk. Well, let's talk about it. The Browning shock and awl, the most requested hatchet I've ever got on my channel. So many people wanted me to get it to review it. As you guys know, I did a first impressions and unboxing on this little hatchet here. Some of you love this thing, and some of you didn't care for it. Some of you said, Wes, it's way too small for camping.
Why in the world would you use that as a primary camp hatchet?
Yeah, and I agree with Dave, guys. I don't know why you would take this camping. This would not be my primary hatchet for camping. It just wouldn't. It's a tactical blade, and you should use it as such. Maybe take it with you on a trail or something. Take it with you to your campsite, but it wouldn't be my primary hatchet for camping. It just wouldn't. It should be used as a tactical hatchet, throwing, doing whatever with it. And that's exactly how it feels in the hand, and that's exactly how I think you should utilize this thing. Now let's talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, because so many people are gonna ask me about it. The finger grooves, like I showed you guys in the first video, this thing is made with finger grooves in the actual steel. Now you could take the paracord off, grind it down, and get rid of it. But an easier remedy, which is what I did here, a rubber grip tape followed by a hockey grip tape over top of that. It gave it a very nice circumference, guys. Check that out. Feels really nice in the hand. And it eliminated those finger grooves enough to where I could release that out of my hand nicely for axe throwing. They're still present, you can see them, but they're not nearly as bad. Now, I will tell you this, working with hatchets, axes, and tomahawks for so many years, being able to throw them up and catch them, finger grooves makes it a challenge, but you have to learn how to index this hatchet in your hand if you plan on doing that. Whether it be you're grabbing it really quick or you're throwing it in the air and catching it, I know how to index these. And this is exactly how I index it in my hand. I don't go all the way up here and grip it like this. I feel like with such a small hatchet, there's no need to. And two, you're gonna have this down here, this knob that's made for glass breaking, rub it up against your palm. So it's better to kind of come down a finger groove. So if I'm here, I'm just gonna slide my hand about right there, and it flicks really nicely out of the hand. It didn't matter if I was at a single rotation or at 5 or 6 rotations. That's exactly how I gripped it. And it felt really good out of the hand that way. So I suggest if you have some axes, hatchets, and tomahawks out there that you want to throw, but they got finger grooves in them, throw some tape around it, build it up so it's not so pronounced, and just slide your hand down one finger groove and throw it like that. And let me know how it works for you guys. So how did this thing perform? This thing was awesome. It was so awesome, guys, that it's like 4 something in the afternoon and we started throwing it like 11:15. I lost track of time, and that tells me how much I really love throwing this. When I come out here and I'm not looking at my watch to see how long I've actually been throwing it, and I'm just throwing and not really caring what time it is because I'm having such a good time with it, that tells me how much I love this. This thing was great for axe throwing, it really was. Of course, single rotations were awesome, setting up, throwing it really hard, trying to get it into the target as fast as I could. You know, this thing isn't that light. I know it's small and compact at 10 inches, but like I said, this thing's weighing in at like 1 pound and 6.6 ounces. It's not the lightest little hatchet, but man, this thing was awesome. It smashed in the target, and I knew that it was going to with that weight. I just knew. But man, you could hear it just bam, bam, bam into the target. I had such a good time throwing this at a single rotation. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really have to work with it all that much either. I mean, I had to warm my arm up so I could start throwing hard. But I mean, even at a single rotation, just warming up, I mean, I was very accurate at a single rotation, pulling off some of my trick throws and some of my cool tactical throws. Man, this thing was nothing in the hand. It really wasn't. Like I said, you can tell the weight's there, but single rotations were awesome. I had no issues just throwing it how I wanted to. I didn't have to adjust to it. I threw it exactly how I wanted to throw it without any modifications to my throw or my grip. And it just performed, guys, it really did. Now going back to distance, felt exactly the same. It was still smashing really hard. I went back to, I think, triple rotations and threw it a few times, smashing into the target. And then I went back to, I think it was either 5 or 6 rotations, I can't remember. No issues at all. This thing is awesome at distance. It's going to smash really hard because of the weight, even though it's so small. and it does feel almost exactly the same at distance as it does at a single rotation. I know I keep saying that, and some people ask me about that. Sometimes when you throw axes, hatchets, and tomahawks at a single rotation and then you go back for distance, they don't feel the same. They feel a little different, but this one didn't. It felt almost exactly the same at distance, so there was no modification of my throw or my grip. It was just kind of sailing through the air. Saw no wobble either, which means that it was a true flyer in the air, tumbled really nicely into the target, and then smashed. Exactly what I wanted out of this shock and awe I got. And I even kind of set up, guys, this is not something I normally do, but I set up back there at 5 or 6 rotations and even slung it sideways into my round. That's how great this thing flies in the air. Measure. Extremely accurate, and it's manageable too at distance. Not only because of the size, but the weight really helps it fly through the air and stabilize flight when it smashes into the target, even when the hatchet's laying on its side. So what a great flyer this thing was at distance too. Now I had some people say something to me about the spike, how they didn't like the design of it, how it swept down and they were having issues sticking it. Guys, I'll be honest with you, I threw the spike sideways at 6 rotations, got it to stick. Even at distance, I threw it a bunch of times, as I'll put on your screen now, a bunch of throws at distance with the spike. And I had no issue sticking it. Now I will tell you this, I did put it in the comment section, but I'll tell you guys here on this video, what I like doing with spikes when they're kind of slanted down like this or designed like this, the best thing you can do is kind of start with an edge and run it back as far as you can to the actual axe head or hatchet head. And the reason why that works out really well is because when it's coming into the target, even if you get a little bit of an under rotation, and even if it's really thick in here, you have somewhat of an edge to kind of rock it in. I had no issue sticking it all the way back here. I think it was at 4 rotations over here in the back target, smashing it over and over and over again. It was just going in, it was going in deep. I kind of rocked it left and right trying to get it out, the Amazon man, and I got nothing. I got no bending, no nothing. It is a very stout spike in the back. So I think you could probably do some crazy chopping with it, sticking with it or whatever, smashing with it, and I think you'd be okay. But overall, guys, the shock and awe, the spike worked out just fine for me. I moved the camera over here so we could talk about the edge retention and the penetration on this little hatchet here, which is really nice, guys. We're penetrating almost 2 inches. Now let me go grab it and I'm gonna show you something. Like I told you guys in the first impressions video, I thought it was gonna penetrate really well because of the weight, and it does. But I redesigned the bit and thinned down the cheeks to actually make it penetrate a little bit better than it would from the manufacturer. But you have a lot of weight in this, so it's going to drive this bit into the target really nicely, even though it gets a little thick back here going towards the actual tomahawk head. So there is that. Thin those cheeks down, give it a different bit profile, and you can get this thing sinking to about 2 inches with a decent axe throw. And it slings so nice out of the hand. Now, edge retention, you might be asking yourself about that. Wes, how's the edge retention? We've been out here for like 4.5 hours throwing. Let's get that out of there. It's still pretty decently sharp, guys. I mean, it's dulled a little bit. I can feel that it's dulled, but not bad. We do have a slight chip right there. See it? We have a slight chip, but other than that, no edge rollover, no nothing. I don't know where that chip came from. It must have hit something in that target. There's a bunch of stuff in that target for me and my son putting weird stuff in it. But overall, guys, the edge and penetration on this thing, for how small it is pretty daggone good. And I love slinging that thing. So the last words I'm gonna say about the shock and awe here by Browning, I think this thing would be good for anyone. I really do. Now I know there's gonna be some people out there that said, I took it camping and it doesn't work. And then I'll have some people say, I took it camping and it works for me. That's great, guys. Use it however you wanna use it. I'm gonna utilize this thing as a tactical tomahawk or hatchet. Axe throwing, such. I think that's exactly what it would be designed for. Got a little bit of glass break in here, but you can utilize it however you want. That's the great thing about these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks is that you can do a lot with them when you know how to use them, especially for axe throwing. You can utilize a lot of these things that most people can't when you get really good at axe throwing. And that's exactly what I did here with the shock and awe. I'd say get it around $60 some. I think it would be great for a beginner learning how to throw because you have the all steel construction here. Or if you've got some skill, you could really use this to practice some different cool trick throws from distance or even up close. I think it would work out really well. No wobble in the air, it's a true flyer, and it smashes hard and it feels really good out of the hand. So I don't think you can go wrong with it, I really don't. And that's my final opinion. Out here throwing now for like over 4 hours. What a great tomahawk this thing is. So let me know in the comments section what you think of the Browning shock and awe. I know a lot of you out there love it. And hopefully maybe somebody will watch this and say, hey, maybe I'll buy the shock and awe now. I say go for it, guys. I actually want to get another one. I'll be honest with you, I don't care if I make a ton of money on social media or even if I get a lot of fame or not. I really don't care. I'll be honest with you. I'm getting a lot out of this already because all of you out there are requesting some of these really cool hatchets, axes, and tomahawks to throw. And if that's the only thing I get out of it, that's great. Like I told you guys, my #1 priority when I started social media was to find some of the best axes, hatchets, and tomahawks to throw. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. And remember, it's always for the love of these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks. But until next time, see ya. Thank you so much, guys, for the recommendation. This little shock and awe was a great flying tomahawk. It really was, and I'm so glad that I got it finally. So thank you so much.
If it's so great, then you should have no problem hitting the target from here.
You want me to stand from here and throw it? I'm at a weird angle.
All I hear is excuses.
Okay, Dave, okay, we'll try it. We'll see. I'm gonna set up. This is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna hit the lantern. I'm gonna have to throw it over it. Oh! You guys think I'm bullshitting. Watch this. Watch this. I'm not kidding. Look. Boom! Look at that. Right in the target. What a weird throw. See, Dave, he's always, I think the camera's all jacked up now. He's always doubting me. He's always doubting me. I've never even thrown from over here before.
You zoomed in just to rub it in, didn't you?
I haven't ran around this mic on yet to see if it, oh, stupid root. Mic's staying on. The mic is staying. God, these birds, man. You guys hear these birds? Good gracious, these birds are loud out here. Let's try running around with the mic on. I've yet to do this. It's still on my chest. Still on my chest. God, I can't get the fucker out. God. Do a little bit of a spin move here. That camera's close, man. And I'm gonna have to get close. Ah, yeah, love it. This is how you can tell if I really like an axe, hatchet, or tomahawk. I put everything away and I still want to sling the damn thing and throw it. What a great little hatchet, guys. Great tomahawk.